All right. Hello, friends. Mike here at Professional Security Journal. This morning's topic, I'm making this at about 2 a.m. Monday morning. Um, yeah, it's 4:20, by the way. Firearm guards don't, you know what not to do. All right, jokes out of the way. Um, just a little bit of some off-the-cuff thinking here. Um, and this is what frustrates me. This is part of what frustrates me about the industry. I have a laundry list, a long list of things that kind of get on my nerves, tick me off, however you want to put it, about security guards within the industry in general. One of the things that grinds my gears the most is the fact that most people don't even care about basic knowledge. And I don't mean Security 101. I don't mean incident reports. I don't mean any of this. What I'm talking about is an equipment. What makes a good duty pouch? What makes good kydex? What makes good leather? What makes good nylon-based gear, i.e. that weird ballistic looking nylon that companies like Asp or one of my personal favorites, Heroes Pride, that ballistic nylon type stuff that some of these companies use. So yeah, that's one of the things that ticks me off the most is most guards don't even give a shit about their equipment. And you should care about your equipment. I have an Excel sheet that I just updated today. I've spent the last maybe 4 or 5 hours just, on my laptop kind of putzing around good websites that I know of, researching gear. What made me want to make this video to begin with was the fact that I'm on 3M's website. I'm browsing around the Peltor line of Ear Pro, Eye Pro, and other Peltor equipment. Reason being was I was looking into electronic and passive ear pro for myself for general firearms use, whether that be going to the range or protecting myself around my apartment when I'm doing things with a live firearm. Even though it's dry, I'm still planning on wearing ear and eye pro. And one of the things that dawned on my mind was, hey, I was talking to Shaun from the Investigations and Leadership channel a couple months back, and he dropped this wireless earbud headset that's it's like tactical and it's like wireless charging, and basically they're like, for lack of a better word, military law enforcement earbuds that work like Apple AirPods, and I was like, Pikachu face, these are cool. I think he either got the Peltors or the Autos, is what Randy gave him. Now, I was looking into the latest earbuds from Peltor, the 300s, and sorry, it's my alarm clock. It lets me know every hour, at top of the hour. That was Pikmin going off. I just slammed it real fast. One of the things that I happened to stumble on was, I was browsing the latest model, the TEP, the Tactical Earplug 300, and they say, there's a wireless, like a unit, like a control unit, you can get the SCU 300 for these earbuds. And I'm like, wait. Can I use that control unit with my radio that we check out at work that stays at the casino? Yes. And I was like, oh! So I can use wireless TEP 300 earbuds, stick them with their control unit, and that control unit plugs into my work radio. We use, I won't say the exact name of the radio, but we use Motorola XPRs. And I was like, oh my God. So that's just one thing that, going back to more or less the primer of this video, so to speak, that's something that kind of annoys me about most security guards within this industry is people don't do their research. And those of you that I'm trying so hard to ease my cursing on this channel this year as I kind of reboot this channel, but those of you that don't give a shit about your knowledge, those of you that don't give a shit about your equipment, you don't know what you're missing out on. You don't know what like, there is so much equipment out there that is like so cool, will make your life easier, this and that. If you guys would just give a damn, do your research, do your Googling, go down these weird rabbit holes that I go down. Like, I just stumbled upon that, and it lit me up so much to the point to where I wanted to make this video. I'm like, y'all don't know what you're missing out on, man. If you would just care enough to do your research and get some good knowledge on your equipment, you'd come up with so much great stuff. Today, the reason being on why I went down a rabbit hole of research is, baton and pepper spray at my job. We check out batons and we check out the pepper spray, and the actual stick itself and our can of spray, we have to weigh in and weigh out our pepper spray. So if we use our spray, it's gonna be different, and then you got some explaining to do. If your use of force wasn't recorded over the radio or whatever, well, hey, why is this way different? But to the point, our spray and our batons, our sticks, get checked in and out at the end of shift. They stay on property. They stay in the radio room. There's a RFID access. There's an RFID room. There's a badged access room that all of our stuff goes into at the end of beginning and end of shift. So I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of complaints going around about like, oh, I don't have a duty pouch, or oh, I just don't want to, I just don't want to have all these pouches on my belt and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't care. Me being me, and me, I always say I really try not to sound arrogant, but me being me, and me being a cut above the rest, I want my use of force continuum. I want my spray. I want my stick. I want all the options available on my duty belt. The only thing we don't carry are tasers. And that's the vast majority of the security industry anyways. Now, granted, I have an X26. I have a single-shot taser sitting right here to my left. Yeah, I'm nodding. Yeah, okay, I'm nodding to my left. Yeah, over here's in the corner of my bedroom by my desk is all the security gear that I currently own. That's all sitting in to my left in the corner floor of my bedroom. Buy that gears in a Glock case, since I don't have a dedicated Pelican for that stuff yet. Sits my X26 with a couple of I just call it ammo, even though it's probably not the official term for it, but the actual taser cartridges, the darts. I have my X26 with a couple of ammo cartridges. But yeah, 90%, I'd say, dare I say it, 90% of the security industry doesn't use tasers. I don't give a shit about using a taser, to be honest. Now, if I have the option to throw it on my duty belt, absolutely. Right before I got laid off from my buddy's security company that I've spoken about in previous videos, in January I was laid off from my buddy's company that he owns. He had to let me go due to more or less downsizing, lack of contracts, lack of work. That's what led me to go into the casino in the first place. My buddy laid me off, but to the point when I worked with my buddy, yeah, I had the full use of force continuum on my belt. I had spray, I had a taser, I had a baton, and of course I had lethal. I had a firearm. I had the full use of force continuum, all options on my duty belt. I will run the full use of force continuum on my duty belt if given the option. But at the casino, we don't carry tasers. I don't care. Tasers are I'm trying to choose my words. Just think of a good word for what I'm trying to get at. Tasers are a very iffy item. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do things, sometimes they don't. Sometimes the probes do their job, sometimes they don't. Rather that be from operator error or, dare I say, incompetence. As in, of course, if you're going to shoot the darts, if you're going to shoot somebody with like a leather jacket, of course the darts aren't going to go through. And I really hate to say it, maybe I'm sounding arrogant here, but most cops are incompetent with their taser. Most cops don't know about the Most cops don't know about, oh hey, this the probe will penetrate through this piece of clothing. It'll go through this. It won't go through that. Most cops don't know that stuff. The only reason why I, as a private security guard, know that is because I went through the Axon. I went through the actual law enforcement instructor course a couple years back. I am currently expired. I cannot give basic taser user courses, but I still throw. I'm a taser instructor. Excuse me, an Axon instructor. I'm a police instructor. I still throw that in my resume because I have the knowledge. But my certificate is currently expired. I am not an active instructor, but it's a resume point for me. I was an instructor. I was an active instructor at one point. But right now, I have that knowledge. I can't certify, but I have that knowledge. But yeah, so we carry spray and batons at work along with our firearms as bike patrol officers. We're armed on the outside. My casino is one of the very few casinos on the strip to have armed bike officers. I'm not talking your SRTs, your ERTs, whatever you want to call them. I call them for what they are in this YouTube channel. The security SWAT teams you see up and down the strip at certain properties and conglomerates. The conglomerates being Caesars, MGM, all these conglomerates. Yes, of course, these security SWAT teams are going to be armed, but the general bike teams aren't normally armed. We're one of the handful of casinos on the strip that actually arm their bikes. So, yeah, with that, we carry firearms. The only thing we don't carry within the use of force continuum are tasers. Now, another thing is, and I'm going to highlight something that I've previously talked about in one of my YouTube shorts. This is currently off my duty belt right now. This is one of, if not the only actual active retention pepper spray holster on the market. This is the Golden Goodrich T681. I fucking love the shit out of this thing. When I had it with transit security, everybody asked me where I got this and this and that. This is for a right-hand user. I'm planning on getting the left-handed models for the Mark III, Mark IV shortly because I was wearing my spray on my right, but I'm actually moving it to my left side. My spray is with my firearm. My firearm's on my hip, obviously, but in the front, I'm keeping my OC on my front left now by my firearm. My baton is on my right side now. I've totally switched my duty setup since I got this right-handed holster. But the way it works is, it kind of works like a I always screw this up. The Safariland ALS or SLS. It works like a Safariland hood. This is a right-handed holster, but what you'll do is you'll push this down, and bam, it drops the hood. So this is an active retention pepper spray holster. For your spray. This is one of, if not the only active retention spray holster on the market. I was doing some Googling today, of course. Yeah, I've been Googling all day. Earlier, I came across this newer company called Prevail Tactical. They sell a active retention OC holster that works similar to this one, but theirs is like $140, $150. And I was like, I kind of want to get one just for shits and giggles to kind of compare. But I tell all my friends, get the Golden Goodrich. This is like $80 or $90. It ranges from $80 to $90. There's like a $10 variance. Prevail is, I think it's, without looking at my tab on my laptop right now, I think it's like Prevail Tactical OCA or something. That's like $140, $150. This Golden Goodrich is going to run you like $80, $90. I kind of want to get one of those OCAs just to compare and contrast. But right now, this is what I've had for over a year, and I love this thing. This is, once I go to the security academy and I'm qualified to carry my use of force continuum, my spray, my stick, my firearm, I will run this on my belt. But granted, of course, the left-handed model. Again, this is the right-handed, so I'm getting to get the left-handed models. But yeah, I kind of want to get one of those Prevails just to compare. But I tell all my buddies, get this, guys, get this. I'm telling you, because if you're like me, who has a certain condition, or just for some reason you want extreme security in your spray and have it locked down, the most locked down you can be, this is it. The reason why I've spoken on it in my past, but just for, I haven't said it in a while. The reason why I prefer my OC lockdown, the reason why I like my OC lockdown this much is because I was born with asthma. I still continue to deal with asthma. Granted, I have not needed an inhaler since like elementary or middle school. The only time in my adult life I've ever had to the only time I've had an asthma flare up in my adulthood is every time I've taken OC. As in, for all these security companies that I've worked for in Vegas, most of them have an exposure policy. You'll take it before you carry it. So I've had to be sprayed for like so many different security companies in my past. So yeah, the only time in my adult life I've ever gone asthmatic and had like legit asthma problems is exposure during certification. Take it before I carry it. So me with my asthma in a live duty setting, yeah, I lock my shit down because I don't want anybody to go for my belt and then get something and oh god, here we go. Because I am I call myself a somewhat arrogant. I own it. I'm humble about it. I raise my hand and own it. I'm a somewhat arrogant and yet at the same time very down to earth person, I'd like to think, to where I'm a weird guard. I know I'm a weird guard because I go down these rabbit holes of knowledge and this and that. I'm really debating on getting a half gas mask, like a Mira safety half face mask. I'm just stating Mira so you get what I'm getting at. A half face mask for when I deploy OC. I'm a weirdo. I know I'm a weirdo. But that's the extent of things I'll go through just because I've been through a pepperball instructor course. I've been through an OC instructor course, both through Sabre. I took Sabre's aerosol course, and then like 2 months later, I actually took a Sabre 68 instructor course. I'm still certified through Sabre for pepperball launchers. I'm still certified through Sabre till September of this year. Actually, no, September of 27. I still got another year left on my. 68. My pepper rifle instructor credential. I still got about another year left on that. But my aerosol, my OC can instructor, I think expired in 25. But yeah, me having been through higher tier courses than your average security guard, OC fucking sucks. And it's not even, you directly take it. No. It lasts in the air. So when, you're going, let's say, sorry. This is me. This is basically my spray. And this is my subject. Okay? This is my air. It sucks even if you're handcuffing your subject. You're walking through this air to, now you're going hands on your suspect, whatever, to handcuff them. OC's still in the air. So even as you handcuff somebody, you're still getting affected by the stuff. It sucks. Even in the air, it sucks. Now, granted, it sucks a lot less in the air as opposed to direct exposure, but you'll still, as you're going for your subject, you're still going to be feeling it. You're still going to kind of go, you're still going to have eye and respiratory effects, but to a much lesser degree, but still, it's in the air. You'll feel it. So yeah, that's why I'm like thinking about doing a half mask for work. Like right before I deploy OC, you'll see me throw a half face mask on. And maybe it's an unintended de-escalation thing. Maybe if somebody sees me wearing, throwing a mask on, they'll be like, why are you throwing that on? Oh, I'm about to spray your ass. Oh! I don't know. And again, I'm a weirdo. I know. But again, this is knowledge. This is about what I know. And I wish more guards would take their knowledge seriously. I wish more guards would give a damn. Because again, the point of this, what made me make this video is about radio equipment and just in general, if you would care enough to go down these rabbit holes, most of you guards don't know what you're missing out on. If most of you would give a damn, man, guys, you would be surprised on what cool shit's out there. So yeah, just knowledge. Knowledge was the point of this video. Because I try to do a recap at the end of my videos normally, so yeah. Alright. This is my Career Professional Security Journal. Y'all stay safe. Take it easy out there. Take pride in all y'all do. Other than that, I'm probably going to be going to bed shortly because I have a 1:30 p.m. appointment today, Monday. Follow up with my surgeon. He's going to take a look at the stitches and see how we're doing today and whatnot. Because, yeah, we're post-surgery, and he wants to, this is my... basically my after-surgery checkup, more or less, with the surgeon, the guy who actually cut into my arm and did my work. So, yep. Once again, guys, this is Mike here at TPSJ. Take it easy, stay safe, stay vigilant, stay situational aware. Other than that, see y'all soon.